Getting older doesn't mean your riding days are behind you. It simply means it's time to ride smarter, not harder. Your body changes, your priorities shift, and what worked in your 20s might not serve you well in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. But here's the good news. With the right adjustments, motorcycling can remain one of life's greatest pleasures well into your golden years. Today, we're exploring 7 essential strategies that will help you continue enjoying the open road while respecting the realities of aging. These aren't compromises. They're intelligent adaptations that can actually make riding more enjoyable than ever before. Number 7. Embrace lighter motorcycles. When you were younger, wrestling a heavy bike probably felt like part of the experience. The weight gave you a sense of power and presence on the road. But as the years accumulate, that same weight becomes a liability rather than an asset. Your muscles don't recover as quickly from strain. Your joints protest when you're supporting hundreds of pounds at awkward angles. And let's be honest, dropping a bike in a parking lot becomes a genuine concern rather than a distant possibility. This is why transitioning to a lighter motorcycle makes tremendous sense for older riders. We're not talking about sacrificing capability or road presence. Modern engineering has created bikes that weigh significantly less than their predecessors while delivering equal or better performance. Consider something in the 350 to 450 pound range rather than the 600 to 800 pound behemoths. Bikes like the Suzuki SV 650, Kawasaki Versys 650, or Honda CB 500X offer plenty of power and highway capability, while remaining manageable at stops and during low-speed maneuvering. The benefits extend beyond just parking lot confidence. Lighter bikes are more responsive to steering inputs, making them feel more agile and fun to ride. They require less effort to change direction, which reduces fatigue on twisty roads. They're easier to lift onto center stands for maintenance. And if the worst happens and you do go down, getting the bike upright again won't require calling for assistance. Your back, knees, and shoulders will thank you every single time you swing a leg over a lighter machine. The psychological benefit shouldn't be underestimated either. When you're confident in your ability to handle the bike's weight, you ride more relaxed. That relaxation translates to better decision-making and smoother control inputs. You're not tensing up at every stop sign or worrying about whether you can hold the bike steady on an incline. This mental ease makes every ride more enjoyable and actually improves your safety. Number 6. Prioritize comfort over aesthetics. In your younger years, you might have chosen a bike because it looked aggressive, sporty, or simply cool. The riding position didn't matter much because your body could adapt to anything. Hunched over clip-on handlebars for hours? No problem. Feet tucked up near your hips on rear-set pegs? Bring it on. But aging changes the equation dramatically. What once felt sporty now feels punishing. Those aggressive riding positions that looked great in photos create real physical problems during actual rides. Your wrists ache from supporting your upper body weight. Your lower back screams from being bent forward for extended periods. Your neck stiffens from craning upward to see the road ahead. This is why comfort must become your primary consideration when selecting a motorcycle. Look for upright or slightly forward-leaning riding positions that don't load excessive weight onto your wrists. Handlebars should be positioned where you can reach them with a natural arm angle, not stretched out or pulled back awkwardly. Foot pegs should allow your legs to hang in a comfortable position without forcing your knees into sharp angles. Seat design matters enormously. A well-designed seat distributes your weight across a larger surface area, reducing pressure points that cause numbness and pain. Some manufacturers offer different seat options for the same model, so don't assume the stock seat is your only choice. Wind protection becomes increasingly important as you age. Buffeting wind creates fatigue that accumulates over miles, wearing you down physically and mentally. A good windscreen or fairing channels air around your body rather than directly into your chest and helmet. This single feature can extend your comfortable riding range by hundreds of miles. Bikes like the BMW R1250 RT, Honda Goldwing, or even mid-range tourers like the Kawasaki Versys 1000 offer exceptional comfort without sacrificing performance. Adventure bikes with adjustable windscreens and upright seating positions also work wonderfully for older riders who want versatility. Remember, you're not giving up anything meaningful by choosing comfort. You're gaining the ability to ride longer, arrive less fatigued, and actually enjoy the journey rather than enduring it. Number 5. Invest in premium protective gear. When you're younger, you might have gotten away with minimal gear or budget options. Your body recovered quickly from minor scrapes and bruises. But aging changes your body's resilience dramatically. Bones become more brittle. Skin loses elasticity and heals more slowly. Recovery from injuries takes weeks or months instead of days. This reality makes high-quality protective gear absolutely essential for older riders. Start with a premium helmet that fits perfectly and offers the best protection technology available. Look for models with features like emergency quick-release systems, excellent ventilation to prevent overheating, and anti-fog visors for clear vision in all conditions. Brands like Shoei, Arai, and Schuberth represent the gold standard, and the investment is worth every penny when you consider what you're protecting. Jackets and pants with integrated armor at critical impact points, shoulders, elbows, back, hips, and knees, provide protection that can mean the difference between walking away from a crash and facing months of rehabilitation. Modern textile gear offers excellent abrasion resistance while remaining more comfortable than leather in hot weather. Many options include waterproof liners and thermal layers, making them versatile across seasons. Don't overlook gloves and boots. Your hands and feet are vulnerable in any crash, and injuries to these extremities can be particularly debilitating for older riders. Quality gloves with knuckle protection and reinforced palms protect without sacrificing dexterity. Boots with ankle support and toe protection guard against the most common motorcycle injury points. Visibility becomes crucial as reaction times naturally slow with age. Gear with reflective elements or high visibility colors dramatically increases your chances of being seen by other motorists. Consider adding reflective strips or vests to your existing gear if it lacks these features. The goal isn't to look like a traffic cone, but to ensure you're visible in the critical moments when drivers are scanning for hazards. Number 4. Choose motorcycles equipped with modern safety technology. Older riders grew up in an era when motorcycles were purely mechanical machines. No computers, no electronic aids, just throttle, brakes, and clutch. There's a certain purity to that simplicity, but modern technology offers safety benefits that are simply too valuable to ignore as you age. Anti-lock braking systems, commonly known as ABS, represent the single most important safety advancement in motorcycling history. ABS prevents wheel lockup during emergency braking, maintaining steering control even when you're applying maximum brake pressure in panic situations. For older riders whose reflexes and reaction times may not be as sharp as they once were, ABS provides a crucial safety margin. Studies consistently show that ABS-equipped motorcycles have significantly lower crash rates than those without it. Traction control systems monitor wheel spin and reduce power delivery when they detect the rear tire losing grip. This technology is particularly valuable in wet conditions, on gravel, or when accelerating through corners. It catches mistakes before they become crashes, giving you an electronic safety net that compensates for momentary lapses in judgment or unexpected road conditions. Cruise control might seem like a luxury, but for older riders, it's a practical tool that reduces fatigue on long highway stretches. Maintaining a constant throttle position for hours strains your wrist and forearm. Cruise control eliminates that strain, letting you relax your grip and shift positions more frequently. Some systems even include adaptive features that maintain safe following distances from vehicles ahead. Cornering, ABS, and lean angle sensitive traction control represent the cutting edge of motorcycle safety technology. These systems use inertial measurement units to understand the bike's lean angle and adjust braking and traction intervention accordingly. They provide protection even when you're banked over in a turn, situations where traditional systems might not be as effective. Bikes like the BMW R1250 GS, Ducati Multistrada, Yamaha Tracer 9 GT, and Honda NT 1100 come loaded with these technologies as standard equipment. They're not just for sport riders or track enthusiasts. They're practical tools that make everyday riding safer and less stressful for riders of any age, but especially those whose physical capabilities are changing. Number 3. Consider electric or automatic transmission options. For decades, motorcycling meant mastering the clutch and gearbox. Shifting through the gears was part of the fundamental skill set, part of what made you a real rider. But as you age, that constant clutch work can become genuinely taxing. Your left hand might develop arthritis that makes pulling the clutch lever painful. Your coordination might not be as precise as it once was, leading to occasional missed shifts or stalls at inopportune moments. This is where electric motorcycles and automatic transmission bikes enter the picture as legitimate options for older riders. Electric motorcycles eliminate the entire clutch and transmission system. You twist the throttle and go, with instant torque delivery that's smooth and predictable. There's no gear hunting, no stalling at traffic lights, no worrying about being in the right gear for a quick maneuver. Models like the Zero SR/S, Energica Ego, or even the more accessible Livewire one offer genuine performance with dramatically simplified operation. The reduced maintenance requirements, no oil changes, no valve adjustments, no clutch replacements, also appeal to riders who want to spend more time riding and less time wrenching. For those not ready to embrace electric, automatic, or semi-automatic transmission, motorcycles provide a middle ground. Honda's DCT, or dual clutch transmission, available on models like the Africa Twin, NT 1100, and Goldwing, shifts automatically but can also be manually controlled when you want more engagement. The system is remarkably smooth and intelligent, choosing appropriate gears based on riding conditions and throttle input. You get the convenience of automatic operation with the option to take control when desired. Yamaha's FJR 1300 offers an automatic clutch system that eliminates the clutch lever while retaining a traditional shift pattern. You shift with your foot, but there's no clutch to pull. It's a simpler adaptation for riders accustomed to conventional motorcycles who just want to eliminate the clutch work. The stigma around automatic motorcycles is fading as more riders recognize the practical benefits. These aren't training wheels or admissions of declining skill. They're intelligent tools that let you focus more on the road and the ride, and less on mechanical operations that can become physically demanding as you age. Number 2. Lower your seat height for confidence and comfort. One of the most overlooked aspects of motorcycle ergonomics is seat height. Yet it profoundly affects your riding confidence and physical comfort. When you're younger and more flexible, reaching the ground from a tall seat might have been manageable. But as flexibility decreases and balance becomes more precious, being able to plant your feet firmly on the ground at stops becomes increasingly important. A lower seat height provides immediate psychological benefits. When you know you can get both feet flat on the ground, you approach stops with confidence rather than anxiety. You're not worried about tipping over at a red light or struggling to hold the bike upright on an incline. This confidence translates to more relaxed riding, which improves your overall control and decision-making. the physical benefits are equally significant. When your knees are bent at extreme angles on a tall seat, pressure builds in the joints, leading to discomfort and reduced circulation. A lower seat typically allows for a more open leg position, reducing strain on knees and hips. This becomes especially important on longer rides where posture and positioning directly affect fatigue levels. Many manufacturers now offer multiple seat height options for the same model. Some provide low seat kits that reduce height by 1 to 2 inches through modified suspension linkages or thinner seat foam. While this might slightly affect suspension performance, the trade-off is often worthwhile for the confidence and comfort gained. Aftermarket seat manufacturers also offer custom options designed specifically to lower seat height while maintaining or even improving comfort. Companies like Corbin, Sargent, and Mustang create seats with different foam densities and shapes that can bring the riding position down without sacrificing support. If you're shopping for a new motorcycle, sit on it before committing. Can you place both feet flat on the ground? Can you shift your weight from side to side without strain? Does mounting and dismounting feel natural, or does it require awkward gymnastics? These simple tests reveal whether a bike's ergonomics will work for you long-term. Bikes like the Kawasaki Vulcan S with its adjustable ergonomics, the Suzuki Boulevard series, or adventure bikes like the Triumph Tiger 850 Sport with lowering kits available, offer excellent options for riders who need or prefer lower seat heights without sacrificing capability or style. Redefine what speed and performance mean to you. In your younger years, motorcycling might have been about pushing limits, maximum speed, aggressive cornering, testing your courage and the bike's capabilities. Fast meant everything. Fast acceleration, fast lap times, fast bragging rights. But as you mature as a rider and as a person, that definition of performance naturally evolves into something more nuanced and ultimately more satisfying. For older riders, it's time to consciously reframe what fast and performance truly mean. Speed stops being about absolute numbers and becomes about appropriateness and capability. Fast enough to merge safely onto highways. Quick enough to execute a passing maneuver with confidence. Responsive enough to avoid hazards without drama. This shift isn't about limitation, it's about optimization. You begin to value mid-range torque over peak horsepower. A bike that delivers strong, usable power from 3,000 to 7,000 RPM becomes more appealing than one that only comes alive at 10,000 RPM. You appreciate smooth throttle response and predictable power delivery over raw, aggressive acceleration that requires constant management. Performance becomes about how well the motorcycle responds to your intentions, not how extreme those intentions need to be. Bikes like the Triumph Speed Twin, Kawasaki Z900RS, Yamaha MT-09, or Moto Guzzi Fi 85 TT deliver satisfying, engaging performance without demanding aggressive riding positions or constant high RPM operation. They reward finesse and smoothness rather than aggression. This mindset shift also opens you to experiencing rides more fully. When you're not fixated on speed and limits, you notice the scenery more. You feel the quality of the road surface. You appreciate the sound of the engine at moderate ERPM. You're present in the ride rather than racing through it. This mindfulness isn't possible when you're constantly pushing boundaries, but it becomes the core pleasure of motorcycling when you allow it. Safety improves dramatically when you ride within comfortable margins rather than at the edge of your abilities. Your reaction time to unexpected situations increases. Your physical inputs become smoother and more controlled. You arrive at destinations energized rather than exhausted, content rather than wired. The physical benefits are substantial too. Riding at moderate speeds and intensities reduces strain on your body. Your wrists, shoulders, back, and core don't fatigue as quickly. You can ride longer distances more comfortably. Recovery time after rides decreases. You're able to get back on the bike more frequently because you're not beating yourself up every time you ride. This doesn't mean abandoning spirited riding entirely. It means choosing when and where to engage in more aggressive riding, and doing so within your current capabilities rather than your remembered capabilities from decades past. It means recognizing that the joy of motorcycling doesn't require constant intensity. Sometimes, the best rides are the ones where you simply flow with the road, the bike, and the moment. Redefining performance and speed is perhaps the most important mental adjustment older riders can make. It transforms motorcycling from a young person's game of limits and risks into a lifelong pursuit of enjoyment, skill refinement, and genuine connection with the machine and the road. When you make this shift, you discover that the best years of your riding life might actually be ahead of you, not behind you. Motorcycling doesn't have an expiration date. With these 7 strategies, embracing lighter bikes, prioritizing comfort, investing in quality gear, choosing modern safety technology considering electric or automatic options, lowering your seat height, and redefining what performance means, you can continue riding safely and joyfully for decades to come. The key is adaptation, not abandonment. Ride smarter, ride safer, and ride on.